Welcome to Crash TV 29, and this week I'm joined by the Webster Hoff and Island Pete. Did I get that right? 29?
29, yeah.
I did get that right.
Amazing.
I'm alias Matt and Pete, and we're talking cops and robbers. Check out this trailer.
Special Officer holding 459 to 25 and 20. 44-22 right now. 25 at you. 10-2. Holding 459. 6 Charlie King. Unit is available for alarm.
The cops are coming.
Oh, yes.
They
And
certainly
this
are.
is a good one. This is a good one. So here we're going to talk about cops and robbers, and I think this is the first time we've talked about this at all. So
Yeah, it is. I think we teased it a little while ago, but it's the most requested game for people to play.
I think
and,
it's probably what we get more requests for than ever before, because we had a cop car in the original
We had
game.
two
Or
cop
two,
cars
yeah.
in the original game.
So
Yeah.
everyone could play as cops, and we've had a lot of people send in like funny stuff. We had a lot of our hardcore fans, you know who you are, sending us screenshots of people in the cop cars by all the places in the game where you can buy food. So on a
Yes,
that's
steak,
right,
which is so
yeah.
classic.
The Rex Ribs and the donuts.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, for those of you that don't know, so we on Zazzle.com/Criterion Games, we have our merchandise for Burnout Paradise and Criterion Games merchandise, and actually the PCPD mugs. And actually, the Stein, there's a really great Stein there.
The big beer mug.
Yeah, they were actually really, the PCPD stuff is actually really popular.
Beer with your donuts.
So yeah, quite.
So the time has come.
Yeah, the time has come.
The time has come. And so when we're talking cops and robbers, which are you guys?
Oh, clearly it's the long arm of the law.
The
No,
For
no,
me.
no. Come on, it's all about the robbers.
Well-
Burnout is anti-establishment.
No, but
I'm gonna take
the
you
song,
down.
Pete. The song doesn't go. I fought the law and the law lost.
Does
does
when
it?
Dead Kennedy sing it?
Yeah. Anyway,
That is
clearly, everyone knows. I fought the law. The long arm of the law. I fought the law, and the law won. And all those other police type similes that are knocking around. Everyone wants to be a copper, really,
Well,
as we call them.
I think I'll give you the cars do look cool.
The
You know,
cars are mint.
So when we do police cars, it's not just a
Yeah.
car with some lights on. As you've seen, the PCB special that was in Burnout is something a little bit different than you see normally driving around, chasing you down after
Yeah, well, that was
maybe going a little bit fast.
I
It
mean,
is
that was
pretty
a-
spectacular.
The PCPD is, and actually when the sirens come on, and put police sirens, lights, and a police livery on an F1 car type thing is
Yeah.
clearly
It's
something
completely
really Burnout.
Absolutely, but if you think that's quite special, you see all the others. You've seen some in the trailer of these cars we're doing, and they're not just American-based cars. We've taken inspiration from around the world.
Exactly. So we're doing the greatest cop chases through the streets of Paradise City in a brand new game mode. It's called Cops and Robbers, and let's take a look at some of the screenshots.
Yeah. So what we're really showcasing in these screenshots is just to keep teasing you is these cars. There are an awful lot. Every car in Paradise is now a cop car. That's quite incredible. I'm
Yeah, it's
really,
unbelievable.
really excited about that.
Even you as a robber, are
Even as a
excited
robber,
about
I'm kind of excited to outrun each of these cars.
Yeah, so
Because
some-
whatever I'm in.
You are defined by your nemesis, though, Pete.
That's
Yeah.
very true. Yeah.
And you have a fine nemesis in the form of Paradise City's finest law enforcement right here.
No, well, the cavalry is, I think, is a wonderful. I mean, it's just a sort of 50s style muscle car, so therefore it's going to have a 50s style livery, and actually, that's what we've run across the entire the entire cop cars in the game. So if it looks like an Asian type car, it's going to get an Asian type police livery. European vehicles, we've got police liveries inspired by the UK, Germany, Italy. And then for the US
UK.
types, the
Bring
UK.
on
Go
the old
UK.
Bill.
Well, yeah. So we've got some classic old sort of 50s, 60s, early 70s style police livery, as well as the more modern stuff, and it just totally fits with the vehicles that you have in the game as well. So, and then going back to the older cars, so the Hunter Mesquite has got a great US black and white traditional livery. The Hot Rod is
The
just
hot rod is stunning.
it's just sensational, and some of the other vehicles.
Yeah, I love seeing these old style cars because it's kind
because
of
they've got the old style lights as well.
yeah, that's it. So it's cops and robbers, but it's like cops and robbers through the ages. You get like
Exactly.
that old kind of US style, and then you get like the more kind of modern, and then you get the sort of the super teched out cop
Yeah, and
cars.
it really builds on the moments you can get when you're playing, doesn't it? Because if you're all driving those old cars, it feels like you're playing some crazy old gangster movie.
Yeah, totally. Totally. And I love the
it's like the Keystone Cops.
and then like the super sort of high tech stuff like the Oval
Revenge
Racer, the
Racer,
Oval Racer, its lights, are clearly seen from the back, but they're folded into the aerodynamics of the vehicle. It's really sensational. I'm loving it. I don't know which one's my favourite either. I know the one that stands out is the Hot Rod because it's got its siren on a
It does
stalk
have
at
its
the
siren
back.
on a stalk,
It
and I
just-
love seeing that in my rearview mirror.
Yeah.
It's like chasing away.
Yeah, as it's coming up behind you with its front wheels off the ground, about to pounce like an eagle.
I think my favourite has to be the Brit cars. So every time it's going to be the jam sandwich. Good to see. good to see the
You'll
old.
be whistling the Z Cars tune.
You're in the Roadster then with the UK
It's just
livery.
classic. It's just classic. It's where we're from, so it's good to see those cars in there.
It is
Yeah.
indeed.
And so, do we want to talk a bit about what the mode is? Because I think people are kind of wondering now because we haven't really given away
We
too
haven't.
much.
We've just told people cops and robbers are coming, and that's getting them excited enough. So,
Absolutely, and next week we'll go in depth with the cars and the cars creators, and we'll also show you a bit about how the game mode works. But I think it's probably worth a little chat about
I
this.
think it is. So Cops and Robbers brings a load of new cars, as you've seen, to Burnout Paradise, which you can use anywhere. And it also brings a whole new online game mode for Freeburn, which is Cops and Robbers. This is Gold's gone missing in Paradise City.
Gold,
The Robbers...
bullion.
Yeah.
Or as they say in America, bullion.
I thought you were going to break into some Spandau Ballet there. Maybe another time.
Can we play that? Can we play some of that? They're making a comeback. I read.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, get on
They're
top.
back. They toured. They did the O2, and it was packed out 3 nights.
Really?
Nice.
Were you there?
I wasn't there.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, back to the game
Cops and
mode.
Robbers.
Gold! Actually, the big, physical, shiny gold stuff has gone missing in Paradise City. The Robbers, they want to get it, obviously. There's nothing better than free money. And
It's nothing better than free money.
Paradise City PCPD have called in all the stops
Yeah.
to try and get this money back.
Leave's been cancelled.
Absolutely. From all around the world.
It looks
these
like
cars come in.
classic. Paradise City's dumbest criminals have decided to steal the gold whilst there's
it's
PCPD are hosting a convention of
Yes.
police forces from around the world.
It's
you
like
know?
doing a hold up in a gun shop.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, this is a mode about robbers trying to get the gold and get it back to their hideout, cops trying to get the gold back from the robbers and get it back and deliver it safely to the people who own the gold. So this is a real classic Burnout fight. There's lots of takedowns, there's lots of chaos, there's lots of exploring an open world. This wouldn't work previously in Burnout, and it's just awesome.
Yeah,
it really is great fun.
It's a perfect. We've said it before. It's a perfect online game mode, and it's one that's the community and the fans and the customers of Burnout Paradise have requested from pretty much from day one.
Absolutely.
So I think it's one that we've wanted to do for some time.
It is. In fact, it's one that we've been working on for some time. So alongside the island and a whole stack of other content that's been produced throughout this year, I think Cops and Robbers is the thing that we've kind of lived with for the longest. It's the,
Yeah,
it's
they
the
haven't
game
talked
mode
about
that's
too
had
much.
the most iteration
Yeah.
and the most kind of time and love put into it.
Totally.
Yeah, we're always looking to give people new ways of playing things, especially online together. And it's a really social game mode. It's competitive because it's team versus team, but it's such a crazy social experience. You're stealing gold from each other. You're chasing
Yeah.
people down.
It's-
You're exploring
really
parts of the
high.
city that you never really go because everyone's trying to find the next way of getting away from somebody else.
And really
It's
high
just-
energy, and
it's
wait,
chaos.
it's amazing actually how how you're willing that car to go faster when you're
Oh yes,
carrying
when
it.
you carry the gold, it feels like you're carrying the gold.
Yeah, there's a
So
bit
we'll
of
go into a little bit more
extra weight to the
detail next
car.
week, but yeah.
And also,
it's-
it really rewards your sort of. You think you've got this sort of, really decent sort of mental layout of Paradise City, and then someone ends up down on the rail tracks or something
yeah,
like that.
and you
It's
throw
like,
7 other
"Oh, I
cars in
forgot this place existed.
spaces that you don't normally have.
Yeah,
7 other
exactly.
cars.
You will be rewarded for knowing all of the secret routes through
Oh,
the game.
yeah.
And then we've
Absolutely.
also got the mugshots and things on top because you got a lot of takedowns in this mode. So if you've got a camera, you're really going to love it because you're going to be seeing some crazy faces.
Yeah, and those are the things that
Really
had.
crazy faces.
In particular, that from a technical point of view has had a ton of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in fact, we should probably stop and talk about that. So if you don't know what a mugshot is, and a lot of people don't, I'm always surprised at how few
Yeah,
people
yeah,
have the
that's
camera.
true. Yeah.
All you need is the camera for PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, and whenever anyone takes you down, they send you a mugshot. So, sorry, you send them a
Yeah,
mugshot.
so if I
whenever
take
you're
you
taken
down, it'll take a picture of you that I can add to my library saying, look, I took Jez down, and this is what he looked like.
I always
took him
find that
down.
Yeah.
we know that the best stuff's happening in the game when the mugshots are flying,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of VO. You can just hear people talking the whole time, and I think
Yeah.
Cops and Robbers is just like that. It's the game mode where everybody's shouting.
Yeah,
It's
you're all going to
ridiculous.
need to get your uniforms out, or your robbers, stripy jumpers, and your
Oh, yeah,
hats and your
posing it up for
balaclavas,
mugshots.
and just
Swag.
get there.
You mean,
Swag bags.
you mean
Swag
something
bags.
a little bit like this?
A little bit like that. I'm not wearing one of those. I'm not
I can't
affiliated with
actually
the
fit
law.
this on my head.
Hey,
I've got quite a small head.
I'm sure we had in a previous podcast we talked about one of the community members who is a real life sheriff.
Yes,
that's
he
right.
sent us a badge.
Yeah, maybe we need to crack those out and maybe get some proper
I think we
hats.
should. It would be great to hear from anyone in the actual law enforcement who can.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
Who's
be popping
playing
next
cops and
door
robbers
to,
as some training
yeah.
for aggressive driving in the streets, maybe.
in their uniform. Brilliant.
That's classic. All right, so we'll be back next week with some more detail on this mode and a lot more detail on the cars. We'll look forward to seeing you then. Cheers, guys.
So yeah.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.